What up, y'all? Welcome back for another podcast session here on Jimmy Dukes Gaming, and we're out here on live on HulkiBoi's channels as well. We appreciate you guys coming by, man. We got some interesting things to bring up today, man. I reached out to these guys and wanted to talk about confidence, as far as not just confidence as a content creator, but confidence in life and how it's translated to being confident as a person, as being married, work, family, and so on, because of being a content creator. So a lot of you guys know, if you guys haven't, we've had HulkiBoi on here before. We'd have the Rief Effect. So I appreciate you guys coming out here, man.
Appreciate you. Hey, it's our pleasure to be here, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for having us.
Yeah, for sure, man. And, we've gotten to know each other more and more. We've got to all meet each other in person, and we've, check each other out when we can, and, we support each other. But I think this was an interesting topic that I had randomly thought of. I have all these random thoughts and topics that I think of, and I write them down. And then when I write them down, I think of who can I talk to about this kind of stuff. And in my opinion, we could all relate to each other, as far as we're both husbands. All of us are husbands. We have kids. We all have our own profession, and we're pursuing this content creation thing, right? So I was like, man, this is perfect, So thank you guys for coming out here and talking about this, because I know all of us are gonna have a different answer and different ways to talk about confidence, man.
Oh yeah.
so yeah, man. So let me just start off the bat. Like, Reef, in your own words, like, what is confidence in your own words mean? Confident, like being a confident person.
I think confidence, my own words, is believing in yourself, regardless of what anybody else thinks. At the end of the day, I feel like all you have is you. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts, your emotions, all that shit is just bottled up within you. And if you can get past that, then you can do anything, yo. Because regardless of what anybody else say, if you get past what's in here, I feel like you can do anything. So that's my difference.
I believe that. What about you, Hulky, in your own words?
In my own words, the definition of confidence would have to be confidence is the result of knowing yourself, loving yourself, and leaning into that.
Wow.
That's what confidence is. Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. Like those are, but those are good little. I think in the base of it, it's within yourself, right? Because a lot of people, absolutely. I don't know how many times in life, I grew up playing different sports, and I've always been decent, or anything I do, it's like, Jimmy's a little cocky ass. I'm like, man, I am a confident little motherfucker, man. And then and a lot of people get that mixed up. Like, cockiness and confidence. There's a difference. I mean, if you're brash and being an asshole, then that's different. You know what I mean? But there's nothing wrong with having somebody being confident, man, in themselves. And confidence comes in different ways. And in my opinion, like the way people present their confidence in different ways. I saw a clip not too far where Deion Sanders, don't let my confidence ruin your you know what I mean? And it's true. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Deion was a little cocky. He was a little cocky.
But in his mind, that's confidence. Hey, man, I am breathing confidence. But people look at that and mind like, that fool's cocky. But in his own mind, he's like, man, if you think I'm cocky, that's you. I am confident. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. That's so crazy to think that. So a lot of people's perception of confidence is different, But at the end of the day, I think what we all said is it's within yourself, right?
Yeah.
You.
And I think that people project their insecurities onto people who are actually confident, and they tend to try to tear down or break apart something that is real and authentic. Like I'm joking about Deion Sanders. Maybe he is cocky, maybe whatever. I don't know him personally, but I know people have said that I'm cocky, and I'm like one of the most humble, just normal people. Like, I've never felt that, in the sense of, like, I feel that I'm better than somebody at something or whatever. I know what I'm capable of. And, like, sometimes I feel like I'm in my bag. Like, if I'm doing really good at a game or something, I'm going to talk my smack.
Yeah.
But, like, that's a little bit of who I am.
You deserve that. Talk your shit, bro.
I think if you are doing good, you should be able to talk your shit a little bit.
Right?
A little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, like, I had looked up the definition of confident. So this is the the Webster or whatever. It's like the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something, firm trust. You know what I mean? That's what the definition says. But being a confident person, I think it also relies on the fact that you're not. You think in your mind you're right. What you're doing, you're feeling confident about whatever it is that you're doing. You know what? I'm doing this podcast with these guys, and I feel confident speaking my own mind when it comes to any of these topics.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah. For sure.
You know, that in myself, I believe I'm being confident. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think a lot of people don't feel confident in different ways. And I think that us doing this podcast thing and being a content creator, I've gotten so much better at speaking. You know what I mean? I feel more confident speaking. And that's one way that this content creation has correlated to my real life, like in work. When we're in meetings, even though we're not in person, I work from home and we're just doing meetings like in Teams and shit like that. I'm confident speaking because I'm used to having people watch me now. So when I have the camera on me and I'm speaking, I'm in my zone. It might not be like content creation or playing video games, but whatever I'm talking about at work, I'm feeling confident. I'm looking at the camera like I'm talking to somebody. Yeah, and then stop, period. Let people talk, and I think that that's helped me in my real life.
Yeah, no lie, Jimmy, you hit the nail on the head. A lot of people don't know this about me, but one of my biggest fears is public speaking. And I recently recently in the last 3 years, got into a whole new career. And I have to stand up and give like safety presentations at my daily job. And my reading skills, like I struggled as a kid, talking about confidence, right? I struggled. I was one of those kids that was reading like, the dog went to the, and I can hear the kids laughing in the background.
Like Billy Madison, today, Junior.
Today, Junior, I was that kid. And a lot of it is because I didn't realize what was happening to me as a kid, but I had a slower time picking up like new stuff based off the way I was being taught. And that killed my confidence.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Killed it.
It's funny that you bring that up. Obviously, you guys met me in life. I'm a small guy. So being told I can't do this, I can't do that, you're not strong enough, that hurt my confidence as a little kid. So that built me to be different. And like, I built my confidence differently like that. Like, oh, you think I can't do that? I'm going to show you. 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 I was always just a small guy. So like being confident in that way, that's cool that you said that about the reading, because that's true. Like how many people are afraid to speak or to do something because they're not confident enough because of what people are going to say?
A lot of people, they're afraid of people hearing their voice. Some people don't even like the sound of their own voice. Like hearing that, they're like, oh, I don't even go back and look at my stuff because I hate the way my voice sounds.
Right.
That comes from other people telling you how you sound. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we've talked that before, Reef. Like, I go back and watch my shit all the time.
Yeah, I love that shit, yo. I love that shit. It's like, funny Hulky said that, though, because, bro, I just seen this man dancing in front of a donut shop. As a mug, dog. So to hear him say that, it's like,
that shit was amazing, dog. It's great. It's cool.
Whole fucking transformation, though, bro. Like,
I know, but as a grown adult too, he's talking about, hey, I'm in a brand new field of work. I have to talk to people, and doing this little, how people might say, oh, this little streaming thing on the side. Hey, this has helped me in my IRL. You know what I mean?
I hate when people say that too. This little streaming thing.
Yeah,
I hate that. With everything in me, that kills me.
And it's funny you say that, because I used to defend it, but now I'm not gonna argue with somebody that doesn't understand this at all. So it's like I'm gonna waste my energy in like trying to make this person who's being ignorant not understand what I do when it comes to this. So I'm not gonna waste my breath. It's one of those where you just pick your battles. Now I'm like, if this person is just saying random shit and they don't know what the hell, I'm not gonna waste my time to educate them. They obviously don't care. They're not open-minded enough. Instead of like, oh, you stream? Oh, well, what do you do? Well, what is that? Then that opens up a different, like, oh, they're actually asking, oh, that little streaming thing you do, Jimmy? Okay, good luck, shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm like,
choosing your battles better, because you know, like, it's a waste of time and shit. It's like, they'll understand eventually. It's just, Some people late bloomers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm and I'm
don't know.
confident enough not to say shit too. Like, you know what?
It's just like, what the fuck?
I'm not gonna even waste my time. Like, what if this person just starts saying outlandish stuff? I'm gonna sit here and argue with somebody that I'm wasting my time and energy. You know?
I ain't gonna lie, this shit built my confidence a lot because when I was a kid, I had a lot of fucking insecurities, yo. I'm talking pounds and pounds of all that shit. And then, I became, to myself, go to work, go home. And shit, like, that's been my life. Like, just go to work, go home, and just take care of my family and shit. Then when I started put myself out there, I realized that this is what boosted the confidence. People who don't know me, who don't know what the fuck I've been through, got the most shit to say about me, about who I am. They don't know what I went through. They don't know how I survived.
Talk about
that shit used to take me, like, I used to be like, what the fuck? Why would they judge me like that? They don't even know me, bro. They don't know where I came from. Like, they don't know I used to stay in these fucking God forbidden places. And when I started streaming and put myself out on more social media, and I was getting these insults and negative and paragraphs and just shit people would just say, it just boosted my confidence because it's like, yo, you don't even know who the fuck I am and you're judging me.
Yep.
Oh, I can do whatever, the world is mine at this point. Like, I can do whatever the fuck I want because no matter what I do, somebody's always gonna have something negative to say.
Yep.
So
that's right.
It just fed the beast, yo. It really. I really enjoy the streaming shit, yo, because it just goes to show that no matter what you do, no matter what field of life, you can be feeling like I'm at my lowest point right now. Somebody's hating on you.
Yep.
Somebody is saying you're too cocky. Somebody is saying you're too this. It's always an opinion. They're just projecting shit that they have on them onto you.
It's crazy. It is so crazy to think that. And how many times, and I'm sure it hasn't happened to me much, but people go out of their way to come tell you shit. I'm like, hey, thanks for your time, bro. And you're coming out of your way to come talk shit to me. Thank you, bro.
What's the worst thing y'all have heard? Like somebody put in y'all chat, the worst thing that you remember. It don't even have to be super crazy, but like,
oh man, I don't know. Good luck. Haha, you got 4 people watching you.
I've had people say,
yeah, I've had that.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I've had that.
Say that. Good luck to you and your non-viewers.
Right?
Why do you call yourself a god? You're not nothing. Like, it just, I've heard like a bunch of like shit that just tear me down. It's like, how do you feel that way though?
Right?
Like, why do you feel that way though? Like, what?
It's like, what's going on in your life that you have to, to say that?
To tell me that, to pull me down. What are you trying to get from me? And I just write it off as, all right, that person's insecure. Like, I'm good. Like, I have the confidence to know now when you come at people like that, you have something.
There's something going on with them. Yeah, there's something going on with. It's not me. It's not me. There's something going on with you. For you to project that. Yeah. That's
Facebook never really pushed my streams out. And the one time they did back in Verdansk days, this kid came in my chat. It might have been 2 other people in there. And he was like, kid, you're dog shit. Why are you on my suggested videos? And like, no lie, like really, because I mean, nobody was really good at Verdansk when it first came out. So I'm literally getting wiped. Like every time I fight somebody, I'm getting knocked. And I literally look at the screen and I see that and I like bust out laughing. Because I'm like, you know what?
What are you supposed to say? Yeah, dude, what am I supposed to say? Right? Appreciate you. I want people over like that too. Like, hey man, thank you. Yeah. They're like, they stick around. Because, you get those random people to come up and they're like, so, yeah, you're not good. I'm all, yeah, I know. Thanks for being here, though, man. What's up with you? Nothing.
you know what won them? Nothing. You know what won them? You're fucking confident.
Yep.
Because they're projecting some shit and they looking like, damn, that shit didn't work. Because they're miserable already and they want you to be miserable with them. And it didn't work. Now they look at you like, oh, shit. He can't be fucked with. I want to emulate that. Let me hang around this guy and harness some of that energy. I'd have made, they call me Goku, bro. Like, you fucking will have enemies and they'll become friends. And it's like, because it's just, why are they my enemies anyway? Like, they don't know me to be an enemy, bro. Like, you know nothing about me except what you see on live or content. That's not me. But people will come in and just come in like, oh, negative shit. And then you win them over with just nonchalantness or I don't give a fuck. And they're just like, damn, I like that. I want to be like that. Let me hang around this motherfucker.
Right.
Boom, your friends. Like,
and if you hang around long enough, you might learn something.
Right?
Exactly. That's some real
might
shit.
Learn something.
You might learn some shit about yourself. Like it ain't. It's never that deep, yo. Like that's
Right.
why I'm confident enough to know that no matter what I do, I'll be fine.
Right.
I'll be fine.
I think, and there's different like levels of confidence, in my opinion. Like as far as I'm confident that I'm gonna do good at this stream. I'm confident, like I'm gonna take on a basketball team for my son's playing basketball, and I'm like I'm gonna coach 7 and under basketball. I'm confident I could do this shit. You know, like me, like I mean, I've never coached really, like being as like the main person, but me be willing to just say I'm gonna do it and feel confident enough to do it. You know, like a lot of parents like, hey, like I go to practices and I'll help. They're like, hey, you should coach. I'm like, and that's how I got brought into coaching my son's t-ball team, and just like rallying the kids and giving them high fives and just being that boost of energy for them because they didn't have that in that organization. And me just being me, people are like, damn, that he's a confident guy. But like, it's funny because like I've been doing this for 3 years now, this content creation thing, right? Obviously, I look back at old videos, I'm like, oh, damn, I'm fucking rough. But
we've come so far,
dog, you know. But it's like it's still me at my core. But like the way I, you know, like the confidence being on camera and talking and my vocabulary, how you were saying, like I think it's helped be a better husband with communication, with my friends at work. You know, just being more planning differently, you know, just like looking at things in a more positive way, even though they might be negative, you know, just like Hulk, the whole reading thing, you know, that's crazy. How many kids get made fun of for not reading? Reef, that people don't even know what he has to go through, that, you know, things that he, you know, like, and they're coming here talking shit me. I'm like always one of the smallest guys everywhere I go, but I am confident in the way I carry myself and things like that. And, you know, this content creation, I feel like I got a little S on my chest. You know what I mean? You know, it's so crazy.
Like,
that's right.
You got to think about this shit too, yo. Like, if y'all ever have any days of self-doubt, you got to realize you're not just a fucking full-time content creator. You got your fathers, your husbands, you know, that's shit too. So you deserve to talk your shit because, yes, it's been 3 years and you're still doing this shit.
Yep.
And it's motherfuckers who don't have none of them other things I mentioned y'all have.
Yeah.
They just focus on this and they're fucking failing. So you deserve to be cocky and talk your shit because you're not even putting your 100% in this yet. And you're still having some success to it. Where people who have nothing, this is what they do, are fucking failing or don't do this no more. So yeah, stand 10 toes down. Like, yo, you're confident as fuck that, bro, this ain't even my full potential into this shit. And look what I'm doing. You're about to coach a fucking team, bro. Like that is a lot of stuff on top of the things you already have going on,
right? Willingly.
On.
I know.
Willingly, you took it
but
on.
The impact,
like, you took the shit on, and look, you're still able to create. Motherfuckers don't have nothing going on for themselves and can't even create.
Right.
So if they come in talking shit to you, that's just them projecting. Like, damn, this motherfucker, you're like Superman. You're invincible.
Right.
They want to be your kryptonite and bring your ass down in human form, bro. I won't even look at that shit. Just shit. I'm gonna keep doing me.
Right.
Like you're doing the damn thing, bro. So man, hold your head up high, both of y'all.
Yeah, and I like talking to you guys like things like this because obviously when we jump in each other's streams, it's kind of like we're saying what's up, we're seeing what's going on with the gameplay. So, but having these conversations, dude, I don't know, it's helped me so much. I've had talks with the Unfortunate One on different things, Hood Gaming, just a lot of people that I've met through here, and it's helped me like communicate and just build friendships differently when it comes, you know, we're all building friendships through something that we all started doing on our own, and we just somehow the way the universe, you know, has brought us together, and you know, we're taking advantage of being honest with each other, learning from each other. You know, I don't think we don't, and this is one thing I've used to say to Miko, shout out to Miko, the Unfortunate One, and Reef, and then now that I'm getting to know Hulky more, we don't need each other to succeed. We don't depend on each other to make content. But having these kind of friendships, and we're all fathers, we're all husbands, we all have careers, we could relate to each other that my best friends cannot relate to me. You know, not when it comes to this. You know what I mean? So speaking to people like you guys, man, it makes me feel so much better knowing that, hey, man, These motherfuckers out here doing the same goddamn thing I'm doing, and it is rough, and we are still doing it.
And I agree.
Taking on more shit, willfully.
I was just about to say that too, Reef. Taking on more shit. Like, I'm the last one out of us three to get a kid. Like, I'm looking up to you guys because y'all are doing it right. Y'all are like set the path for people like me. I'm still kind of young, but new, like early
with a fatherhood.
Fathers, yeah, fatherhood. Like, I look up to you guys because, like, if I see y'all do, every time I see one of you guys reels or that you are live, I'm like, yo, they got kids, they got wives, they got businesses, they work their ass off. I can do it. Like, I find motivation and understanding from watching you guys do it. That it helps me to be a better content creator. And I feel like, again, with confidence, I almost somehow get, I don't know if this even gonna make sense. I get more confidence from telling people stuff like that, being honest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's toxic masculinity or whatever it is, but like people, like guys, we don't compliment each other enough. Like, I think we have to do that more, especially when somebody doing something right, you should tell them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That gives them confidence, and that gives me confidence in the fact that, like, damn, I made somebody happy. I can come up and say more positive things and make a change in somebody's life. That makes it worth it to me.
Yeah,
that's
different. Thing too.
I think,
I got more confidence in telling people good things about themselves too.
Right.
Because the stigma I used to have is if you compliment another guy, you're dick riding, you're fucking pandering or whatever, and it's like, bro. None of us are promised tomorrow, bro. I'd rather have somebody know some shit about themselves they probably never heard than to never hear it at all. So if I see something I like, I will fucking say it. Yo, I like what you're doing. I respect your grind. Like, this is nice. Like, you doing your thing. Male, female. Like, I don't care. Like, you say it's being thirsty. If it's a woman, you're like, bro, I have confidence enough to
Reef simping. I hate that shit.
Like, yo, you calling us, your stream look nice.
Look at
your shit look good.
I hate when people say that.
Like, right. Bro, I don't, because they're just kids, bro. I just look at them like, they're not mature enough. He may be 50, 40 years old, but he's still not spiritually mature enough. It's levels to it. It ain't just age. Like, you look, that person's mentally not mature enough to have these conversations. So when they'll say some shit like, yeah, you're dick riding, you're simping, whatever. And it's like, no, I have confidence enough to give people compliments.
Yeah.
Jimmy, your shit is nice, bro. Keep doing your thing. Don't fucking have your head down, bro. Like,
thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Hulky, keep being entertaining, bro.
Right.
Don't fucking stop. Thanks, even on the days that you feel like, man, I ain't doing enough. You're doing what you need to do.
Right. That's and I think that's cool that Hulky did say that. We do need I think that that the confidence and like there's a whole other things like mental health and things because I don't know, like with me I feel like my mental, and we can do this is a whole other podcast we can get into later with the whole mental health thing, but being confident has helped my mental state as well. You know what I mean? Being confident in what I'm doing, not questioning myself. You know what I mean?
No, so, you're good.
Oh, okay, I thought so like
I was testing it.
Yeah, so like, you know, it's crazy that you bring up the whole mental, but because it's true, we guys need to hear that shit more often. So when you compliment a guy on something, and it just a lot of people aren't used to hearing that. So what, like why y'all on his dick? Like, hey man, Hulky, you don't like your background? That's pretty dope. I like the little mushroom background and shit. I fuck with mushrooms and shit. You know, that's it. A little small, little confident. You know, that's it. You know, hey, thank you, man. I picked it because I chose it. You know, it's you know. You know, just being open enough to like, hey, he likes that because he likes that. So why, if I like it too, and I just say, hey, that's pretty dope, and everybody like, oh, that's fucking weird. And he's telling him he likes mushrooms and look at the colors. That's fucking, you know, I just
projecting again. People projecting their own insecurities and weirdo shit.
Like
it's weird,
man.
Said,
speaking on the shit out loud too, it helps a lot because
it does.
You can look at something and you can be envious of it, but if you speak out loud and get the shit off your chest, because the envious is because you like it. That's mostly where it comes from. You like it and you either want it or you feel like you should have it, whatever. But if you get the compliment out there, bro, that shit is like a weight off you. Like, the fuck? Look at his background, man. I wish I had that. Hulky, I like your background.
Thanks, guys. Damn, I just put
this
up. You know,
right?
That negative intention has turned to a positive now because you've influenced him and you also influenced yourself. And you're like, man, I just need to get like Hulky, bro. Like, not fucking sit here and silently judge and be angry and shit. It's just get that shit off your chest, yo. Like,
Hey,
I like that shit.
Drake said it best. What you just said. Drake once said, jealousy is liking something, but hating that somebody else got it.
Yeah, that's exactly what jealousy is, yo. You want it. You fucking
That's so
want
good.
it. Like, yo, I can't stand this fucking mushroom background. And you start looking for that shit. And you start gonna look for
I'm gonna find a doper.
Mushroom
I
backgrounds.
want a doper one.
Dick riding. Like,
Right.
that's overthinking. That's too much thinking in your
Yeah.
head for one little fucking compliment. Like, stop.
True.
Knock it off. Just speak. That's our problem now. We don't speak to each other. We just
We don't.
sit in our own thoughts and make up shit, and then you fucking have ill intentions, and then you wonder where all this negative energy comes from. Just speak the shit you feel, yo. I like the background. I like your stream. I like that shit, yo. That shit nice. You look good. You doing good. Keep doing your thing.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Get that shit off your chest.
Right. So like, I have some points that I wanna bring up to you guys, and this is for anybody who might be listening, and you know, please believe that we're not the all say, but we all have confidence in our own way. But don't think that we're perfect either. You know what I mean? But talking about this kind of stuff too helps other people. I don't know how many times I've got reached out in IMs like, hey man, I listened to this and that guy Rief, he was saying this shit. Or I had one guy tell me, hey man, Hulky, I just became a dad too, and he's going through shit like that. I'm not a content creator, but just hearing people talk, you know, has helped me. You know what I mean? And it's cool that in our own ways, and then Rief said this a while back when we talked, we're like celebrities, regardless if you think about it. We're like mini celebrities. We're on the internet. We're, you know,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how big. We're not famous. We're not millionaires. But in some aspect, we're on a higher level than person that's not on the internet. Right? Fair enough to say.
Yeah.
So when people come across our stuff and we're just doing us, and then you hear something like that, like, hey man, I heard this and that helped me so much. It's so like that helps. That warms me. And that helps me keep moving forward. It motivates me knowing that, hey, what we're doing here can help somebody.
Yeah.
You know, this small little
being the best version of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I have an impromptu question about that I would love an answer from both of you guys, if y'all cool with that.
Go for it.
So there's a person in chat that said, got a good question. What if you have anxiety and yet you want to stream but are afraid to because of your anxiety?
Eee.
You have to understand what is causing your anxiety first
Mm-hmm.
and foremost, and you have to have evidence to support anxiety. So it's like, what are you scared of? You're scared. Your anxiety stems from something. I have anxiety at stream because I feel like nobody will show up. Do you have any evidence to support that? You don't, because you haven't done it yet. I have anxiety because I'm afraid of how I look on stream. Do you have any evidence to support that? You don't. Anxiety is nothing but false evidence in your head telling you something that's not true. You've had moments of this before. You went to go meet somebody, or you was about to go to a job interview and you played the shit out on your head, and then you get there and none of that shit happened.
Yep.
That's what anxiety is. Anxiety is
Boom.
your brain lying to you, making up different scenarios of shit that's not true.
Yeah.
The only bad thing about anxiety is when the shit is confirmed and then you start feeding into it more.
Yeah.
But you won't know. You won't have no evidence to support the shit until you actually just do it.
Yep.
Do it and then see what happens.
Yep.
That's it. You have no evidence to support the thoughts.
Yep. Yeah, because I mean, everybody, like, when it comes to whole streaming having anxiety, yeah, like how Rief said, like, people not showing up, maybe you don't play well, maybe you're not entertaining. But the thing is that for you to get past that anxiety block, you know, I mean, there's different levels of anxiety for different things. So we're just talking about it when it comes to streaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't do it, you'll never know. How Rief was saying. So if you don't take that plunge, like, you know what, I'm gonna probably be super anxious and have super anxiety, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And it goes back to what we were saying, having confident enough to know that, hey, I might fail, but I'm gonna do it, because you're never gonna know it. Like sitting there and thinking about it and not trying it. Not everybody's built for this, and everybody has a different goal when it comes to this. But willing to try it and do it, nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take that. I don't know how many people I've seen on this different platforms stream for like 5 years and say, guys, I am done. I don't want to do this anymore. Thank you for the community I've built. You know, I just can't do this no more. But you know what I mean? A lot of people can look at him like, oh, he quit. He's a failure. Hey, you know what? He did it for 5 years and his heart or his head is not in it anymore. He still did it. You know what I mean? This is not, think about it like, if you don't know, you don't try. It's stupid, but it's simple as that. So if your anxiety is tough and you can try to plunge yourself into doing something that you're not comfortable doing, you're gonna learn more about yourself. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's very good. Man, those were good.
Mhm.
And there is a thing in our brains that it's like a natural thing that protects us from bad stuff.
Yep,
I know
fight or
I
flight
don't
mode.
want. Yeah, fight or flight. So
Yep.
so there may be a thing that it is different for everybody. I think about like Kobe, for example. Kobe was determined to be the best. He practiced before and after practice. Like it's a mindset thing. Once you change your mindset and you set your course for going to the direction that you want to go, and you keep that mindset and you stay focused and you grind and you work hard and you focus on yourself to better yourself and to better your content, dude, it's like nothing's gonna get in your way. But you have to be in that mindset first and foremost.
Yeah,
you want to do it.
Yeah, yourself is the only one that's gonna get in your way.
Yep.
True.
Mhm.
You can do anything
So
you
good.
want to do as long as you got the mind to do it. That
Mhm.
sounds so simple, but it's true. You
Right.
gotta have your mind geared to do that shit, and your mind will do remarkable things. As long as you put that damn blueprint in your brain, like this is what I want to get done. Shit's gonna start falling out of the sky to you, and it's gonna gear you into that goal, yo. Like it's like
Sure.
magic, yo. And it's just getting over the self-doubt,
Mhm.
the voices, all that comes from your traumas of shit somebody has done to you, bro. All the mental health illnesses that people have usually stems from other people bringing you down. Like it just doesn't happen. You don't get anxiety from not being around people. You get anxiety from
Mhm.
people telling you confirmation you're a failure, you failed, you fucked up. Just somebody, whether it be your mom, your dad, your cousin, whoever, somebody planted that trauma in you, yo. And you got to
Kids at
realize, like,
school. Yeah.
kids at school, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's like you,
Mhm.
it's like you said, it's a defense mechanism. But when you keep that, animals have that shit for like a short period of time. When a fucking lion is chasing a gazelle, their anxiety trickles and they get out of that mode and they're done.
Mhm.
We as humans stay in that shit for years, and that shit is not good for you. It's unhealthy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you get other shit stems from it. So it's like once you gauge your best bet, whoever asked that question, is what I've read and looked at is use your five senses. 5 things in the area that you can see. You know, you look at it, study 5 things around you. You can see the object is to get yourself grounded, because anxiety is like imagination. You're not there. You're either in the future or you're in the past. Your brain cannot be in the future and past and in the present at the same time. So you got to trick your brain by focusing on what's in front of you, smelling 4 things that's in front of you, tasting how your breath tastes, whatever it is. Just get yourself grounded in that moment and gone. It'll be like magic too. Just ground your fucking self. And you won't have to worry about none of this shit. No matter what people say, just, man, fuck all that, man. What are they gonna do to me? They're just words, yo.
Facts.
That's
What-
real shit.
Yeah, dude. And I like that all the things that we've all said, man. And whoever is listening and has that question, man, good luck with what you're trying to do. And don't feel that, you're not worthy enough or you're going to fail. You're probably going to fail. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not going to be what you think it's going to be, but you won't know until you try it. Because all of us went into this going in for our different reasons. And I think as we did it more and more, we found what our lane was and how we're going about our content creation. You know what I mean? So,
Facts.
being confident enough to know that you're going to fail and still do it anyway. And, a lot of people always feel like, you guys have both said other people like, good luck. You know how many people try this? I was like, I know a lot of people try this, but I feel like I'm mentally prepared to take on this new thing that I want to do, but I'm going to do it my way and I'm going to make it work in my way. You know what I mean? I'm not looking at anybody's path. I'm learning from other people's path. That's not my path. I'm learning from other people's paths. So like I've said this before, I watch small to medium-sized streamers. And in my opinion, that's like, you're just partner, you have a good following. I'm learning from those guys. You know what I mean? They've been doing it for 2-3 years and now they're in a good, how are they going about next? What's this? What's that? Because I feel like I'm on that path. You know what I mean? That's their path, but I'm learning what's working. Because I've seen people like be partner and then crash. I've seen people go up and then down. I've seen people from the bottom and they just build themselves up, like rebrand. They're like, you know what? I'm going about it this way. And like, that's building the confidence you've learned as being a content creator and failing, and knowing that at the back of my head, I still have my wife, I still have my kids, I'm married, I have a house. Like, my life is not over if this doesn't work. You know what I mean? And I think that having that for us all is what drives us and helps us strive better in this aspect of our lives, because everything else, in my opinion, I think all of us have our shit together when it comes to everything else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life shit
Shit
is together. That's
It's probably the hardest shit I do.
Yeah.
I want to highlight that because you were talking about the partners and stuff. Now, this leads into confidence. This is some confidence I got from a situation that's happening now with Facebook gaming. I'm sure y'all heard about the firing of all the employees and shit like that, and how the platform might go left or right and shit like that. Have y'all heard about that?
No.
I didn't, but that's why I'm multi-streaming, so y'all can meet me everywhere.
Right.
Well, 11,000 employees was fired from Facebook. They were laid off, and among some of the employees were people who were in charge of putting become partners for Facebook. They got laid off too, and brings back the confidence. I'm noticing a lack of confidence in certain people because of that. Because this is something that the three of us, need to take into consideration. Anybody else is watching. There's false confidence out there that will get you fucked up as well. You have people who have these contracts and shit, and they were so secured. You see how you just said, if this shit fails, I can fall back on my job. I got my wife and kid. There are some people out there who put all their shit in a contract. And as a business person, you're never supposed to put your faith in contracts, because contracts end. You know what I'm saying? But there are some partners out there who are getting paid money every month. Like how we earn stars and subs, they had a set check on top of subs and stars. So they were good. They just had to do their time. Now that contract is in there, you're seeing a difference in their content where they're more engaging with the community. Now they actually want to understand who people are. They want to talk to you. They want to thank you for the like. And you're seeing the lack of they weren't really genuine from the beginning, because now they're becoming more angry now because I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Like, what's going to become of this now? And this is the lesson that needs to be learned here. You can't fuck up right now. Put all your shit out on all your platforms. Even if you feel like you have to start over, do what you have to do. I guarantee something's going to take off as long as you're consistent with that shit. Because a childish clip, you said earlier, Jimmy, you look back at your old streams, you're like, fuck, like that shit used to look like this. I guarantee if you blow, that same old stream is going to become a highlight because it's some vintage shit.
Right.
People are going to be like, yo, look at where the fuck he came from. Like,
right.
Look at what he is now. Now he has his own big podcast and shit. So it goes to show you, whenever you feel that lack of confidence and not put something out there, put it out there. That shit may get 4 views, but it's recycled content that's going to be living for a lifetime, bro, because it's digital. There are people out there who don't know this, and we look at them like they're big peers. But then when you go to other platforms that me and you also have, we're on an equal level.
Yep.
So it goes to show the confidence.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah, like the confidence.
I had somebody reach out to me like, "Hey, man, I didn't know you were fucking around on YouTube like that." Yeah, I've steady been doing it. It's not my main platform, but I got unboxings. I got this. Like, hey, that's dope. Because I'm like how you guys. I've been everywhere for a while, and I've been saying this for the longest time. I tell people, put your shit everywhere. Don't sit on one platform. There's no way. Like, if anything, we learned from Mixer. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Like I was watching what's his name? God bless. Stone Mountain had him on in his Spartan or something. Goddamn. Anyways, Spartacus. He was like, "Oh shit, Mixer's
he had the 50 views, and then it blew up."
And then he was all Mixer. He was all on Mixer, and it went down. So he was like, "What am I gonna do?" So he went to Facebook, started putting his shit out there. People knew who he was from other platforms. Like, hey, go check this fool out.
Yeah.
And he was just like blown away that the fact that somebody like Stone just was like, "Bro, I see you over here. Come on, dog." And how we see each other and compliment each other. Like, you ever heard of Rief? Like, I have people go to Reef's things. Like, they don't even come to my shit anymore. And it's and it's nothing personal. I don't care. It's fine. If they like Reef more than me, I'm glad I was able to be that avenue for them to be like, "Man, Reef is dope. I like his whole vibe." That's not my vibe, but I'm glad that I'm confident enough to be like, I don't care, man. I'm gonna shout out my boys. You know what I mean? In their own different ways.
Here, bro.
And
this is vice versa. People may leave my shit because they fuck with Jimmy. It's not how can I get mad at that
Yeah.
shit? You can't get mad. It's like, bro, that person, their path is meant to be moving
Mhm.
forward with what Jimmy has going on. Like,
Mhm.
I'm hindering them by them keeping them boxed in. You gotta relinquish that shit, man. Let people be free, bro. Like, you're already an influencer. Like, let people be free to explore other things, yo. They can't just be influenced underneath your narrative, your mind. They might have learned them lessons, yo. It's time for them to move on and go to some different shit. Like,
Right.
Mhm.
And
one
that's
they'll come back.
confident. Yeah, that's being confident in yourself to tell people to go watch somebody else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Confident.
Not like
And
stay
then
here, stay
you
here.
see the people
I
who
need that
don't have
like.
that shit.
I need that like every day. You know what I
You gotta
mean?
be
Don't go
mindful
that
of
way.
people like that too. You gotta be mindful of the people around you who do shit like that. Cause you
Mhm.
know
Uh-huh.
they look at you like this motherfucker's a threat. Like no matter, and you're looking at them like, but you're this big streamer with all these followers and all these viewers, but they still will look at little old you. Little old you is lack of confidence because
Yeah.
you're big
Mhm.
you. You're them too. Because as soon as you go over to another platform, you're gonna see the same shit. Their numbers
Yep.
are no different from your numbers.
Mhm.
I've seen it, bro. I've went in the all on Facebook lately. It's been a lot of link tree spams of people trying to, jump ship, and then I
Yeah.
go and check out the other pages. I'm like,
I've been
damn,
doing this.
I got more shit than you over there.
Yeah, right. I've been doing this shit.
Oh, so you put all your eggs in one basket, and now you're jumping ship like this fucking Noah's Ark or some shit. Okay,
Yeah.
bet, cool. All right, now that
Not
brings
Noah's
now,
Ark.
what that did, that boosted my confidence.
He said, "Hey,
My
there's
confidence is
there's
sky
two
high now.
Jimmys in here. One's gotta go and shit."
Yeah.
They can only be two
Oh no.
motherfuckers.
Hey,
You know
man,
what I'm saying? Fuck
that is
shit,
so
like,
funny.
hey, that
Mm.
means lift your confidence up. These motherfuckers who you assume were bigger than you, they're not, bro. They're still learning this shit too. And
Yeah.
contracts are expiring. You're starting to see the truth come out. Just do you. You can't fail. Now
Yeah.
the playing field's about to be level. So
Yeah.
have confidence to know you're gonna be good.
Yeah. So
Do
going back to the confidence thing. So I want to bring some things up in this for anybody who's listening. What are some things some tips in your opinion to help you build confidence, Reef? Like, what is a tip that you would say if you do this because I did it, it'll help you build your confidence?
I would say if you can, I would, me personally, allow people to. I think you need to see negative criticism. Like you need the people to shit talk you on videos, posts, and shit like that. Because I feel like once you get a certain mindset that these people are just childish or they can't do what you do. You never seen somebody that's in the same lane as you criticizing you. You only see people who never done it or never thought about it criticizing you. Once you get past that part and know, like, bro, it's not you. They're just shit talking you because they're jealous. And then you go to their page and you see, oh, that's why. You posted videos, you got 1 view. So now you're mad at me because I have 1,000 and I was bullshitting. I was having fun. I was laughing. Bro, Hulky, that Fortnite video of you talking shit because I fucking peeked the door.
Yes.
Somebody was on the TikTok like, you need to do better. You need to shoot better.
Yep.
It's like, it was clearly a
I had told them I was like,
Yeah,
dude, that
we
was
was just bullshitting.
amazing. I was like that.
clearly a funny video, but it just goes to show, like, no matter what you do,
People gonna
just
talk
know
about it.
They're gonna
Yeah.
talk shit. You can't
Yeah.
please everybody. Don't do it. That's the
Mhm.
problem. You have empathy for people. I have empathy for people, but you can't have that shit for everybody, yo. Just don't do it. If you want empathy for everybody, understand that there are some people who don't like you no matter what you do. Have empathy to know that they're gonna have to mature one day. It may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, but
Mhm.
just know it. There's nothing you can do about it. Understand
It's
that.
true.
That's how you display more confidence. Just understand there's some things you can't control. You can't control how people perceive you. Just do what the fuck you want to do. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We've all sat here and we've all seen some shit go viral, and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yep.
What the fuck is that? Who the
I don't
fuck? Why
understand
is
it.
this?
I don't
You
understand
get
it,
and you're trying-
but
and
a
it's
lot of
some
other people
poor-
do.
It is some poor like quality. You're like, this is what people want. So why are you sitting there beating on yourself? Like,
Yep.
Pause. But why are you doing that? Like,
Yeah.
Pause.
but there's no point in you doing that shit though. Like, bro,
Nah,
it's
true.
gonna happen regardless, bro. So if it happens, it happens. You gotta realize all this shit is luck. Like, there is no formula
Yeah.
because you can go on YouTube and if somebody's giving you a formula on YouTube or something, 9 times out of 10, they already got past that part and it's gone and they're trying to clinch on your thirst of trying to get it. They want to scrape up the pieces. Oh, you want to get big like me? This is what I do. Bro, that algorithm is gone. That algorithm no longer exists anymore. You're just playing on emotions and thoughts of people who want the same thing as you, and they're generally salesmen. So form your own avenue so you can be that motherfucker doing the same shit. Just do you. Ignore the shit. Do it. Post the video. Post. You got a fucking clip somewhere. Post that shit. Post it.
What
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What about you, Hulky? What is like a tip that you've used that to help your confidence?
One, I mentioned it earlier about knowing yourself. Like, I really had to do some soul searching on, like, my entire life. I felt like I was in the shadow of other people who I felt were great, because they were known for this thing. Like my brother, he's really good at music. He's the music guy. He's the skateboard guy. He's known for that. I've been known for sports, but only to a certain extent can I play sports. Like now I'm an adult. Then it's like, what do you do? I'm not still playing sports. So it's like I had to find myself and like what makes me happy. And I had to stay true to that. And it's honestly making other people happy. I was once told that what if your whole life it wasn't about you and you was actually a conduit for somebody else? And that
Wow.
right there changed my whole perspective of life, because we all look at ourselves as the main character in the movie.
Yep.
But maybe in the grand scheme of things, maybe we're just the side character sipping coffee at the cafe. You know, you never know. You're playing the script. So I really feel right. So I
Hey, those damn mushrooms. Those damn mushrooms, dog. I just playing.
Follow your script, dog.
I really believe that. I think that like I had to find who I was, what made me happy, and find true fulfillment. People who like I have people DM me that they're, you know, going through some stuff and whatnot, and I always give them advice like, what are you into? What makes you happy? What gives you fulfillment in life? You need to focus on that and harness that energy to be the best version of you. Like I love making people laugh. It's almost like it makes my body tingle, almost like drugs, like it does for other people. You know what I'm saying?
I pictured you fucking laughing at us, laughing at you when you did some shit in the Discord one day. I said, bro, I know Hulky kind of like, I know Hulky enjoys this shit, bro. Because
I do. I love it because I love you guys.
Like,
I love this so much.
Bro. Like,
I do.
Shit, but it's like you don't have to try. That's the thing about it. Like it just naturally happens.
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck does he come up with this word?
Right?
Bro? It just flies out. Like shooting a shotgun like it's a Walmart shotgun. It's like, who the fuck? I'm dying. I'm like, why does he say this shit? But it's funny. Bro.
True.
I love it, bro.
Yeah.
I stand by that post I made about you, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate
And I
that,
like when I saw him in, I was like, man, you are one entertaining nerve. And but it goes back to, you know, being confident enough to tell someone like, hey man, you're doing you. It makes me happy because I can genuinely, now that I've sat and talked to you guys in person, Hulky's that he's not faking the funk. You know what I mean? That's himself. You know what I mean? Like Rief, that's himself. Like saying some shit and making those small clips. I've got to know him. That's his creativity and that's him coming out. You know what I mean? So it's so dope to hear like all the different things that help us be confident. I got some of the tips that I wrote up of being confident that for people to listening. So, for example, look at what you've achieved. Whatever, a small thing. Like, hey man, I read that book. I'm gonna read another book.
That's right.
I did this. Like, look at stuff you've done, not things that you haven't done. That could be a little tool to build your confidence.
Love that.
Think of things that you're good at. You know, I feel like I'm good at this. I feel like I'm good at that. Like, look at yourself. Well, we've all said it in different ways. Like, looking at yourself and not hearing what people say about like what do you truly believe that you've done that you're good at? What have you achieved? It might be the smallest minute thing, but you've achieved it. And maybe somebody hasn't achieved that before. It might be something small to you, but you've done it. You know, so like look at yourself like, hey, I have achieved this. You know what? I am good at this. And that kind of starts building the confidence, in my opinion. Another thing that you could do to help build confidence, in my opinion, that I've gotten better at, is write things down. Like when I think of a topic or things, I fucking write it down. And then I start brainstorming around that thought process. And I feel confident enough that I could make some content built around this. Like I randomly thought, building confidence, how has it helped me in my streaming life? oh man, it's helped me this way. Who can I talk to? Shit, Rief and Hulky. Oh fucking A. Let me write this shit down. You know what I mean? And then be able to reach out and like actually go through your plans. You know, thinking about it, writing it down, setting the goal. And another thing that I liked is talk yourself up. You guys have both said it. Like, talk yourself up. Like when somebody's like, oh, you do podcasts? Yeah, man, I do podcasts. We talk about this, we talk about that. I'm not afraid or shy to talk myself up. I'm not being I'm not being cocky. I'm just being confident in what I do. If somebody asks me about it, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm the dopest dog. You gotta check me out. I'm like, no, this is what we like. When anybody asks me about, like, they see my shirt or whatever, I say, yeah, I do this. I never say, hey, go check me out. I wait for them to say, hey, because I'm confident enough. If I feel like I spoke about what I do, if they're interested enough, they're going to ask me. I don't have to sell them on it. Yeah. I'm confident enough to know that I don't have to be a salesman everywhere I go for myself, to promote myself. Yeah. But if somebody asks me about it, I'm confident to talk about it. You know what I mean? So those are the little things, like, look at what you've achieved, things you're good at, set goals, and don't be afraid to talk yourself up a little bit, man. I think those are tips, in my opinion, of how to build your confidence in anything, not just content creation, in anything. Man, I'm a good ass husband. Man, I've been with my same wife for 17 years. How many people can say that?
That's nice.
You know, I'm confident enough to say that. You know what I mean? Or I've been doing this content creation thing for 3 years. Oh, you're not famous? You don't make $1 million? No, I love doing it though. I'm confident enough and I'm gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean? So like little things like that help me in my life, as far as like, yeah, I'm gonna coach. I'm gonna have like 10 parents come up to me and ask me what I think that their kids should do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be confident of like, hey, little Jimmy boy over here, that fool needs to start running a little bit, man. He gets a little tired. For me to be confident enough to be like, hey, your kid needs to work on this, and not like, well, you know, he's trying. No, I'm gonna be myself and be confident enough to be like, hey, if he wants to get better, he's gonna have to try to do this. You know what I mean? If he really wants to do this, you know, because he's getting left behind. You know, but being somebody,
Jimmy, you're the right one. You're the right one for the job. Imagine me as the coach. Hey, yo, Bob, your son is trash at free throws. He gotta hit the gym more, my guy. Got to.
Bob, go sit down with your dad. Go sit down and stay with your dad.
Yo, coach, can I play? Yeah, play right bench. I need you over on that side, my guy.
You've been middle bench. You've been middle bench for a minute. Now you're end bench
right now, bro.
Third string water boy.
I think people need to hear more of that shit though, bro. Because that's people catering to people's feelings and shit.
Oh man,
hurt, bro. Like,
that's a whole other thing we could get into too, man. I tell my kids, like my two kids,
down, Jimmy, I need this conversation.
Dude,
I want to talk about it all.
Yeah, man. There's certain things that I tell my kids, like, hey, this is not your friend. He's not your friend. He's your schoolmate. He's not your friend. You know what I mean? And just like being confident of like, hey, if somebody's making fun of you because you can't dribble the ball, keep dribbling the ball.
That's right.
Keep dribbling the ball. You know what I mean? And like me, like being confident enough to tell my kid, like, hey, yeah, you suck right now, but you can get better. Don't let this hinder you, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Instead of, no, it's okay. Don't worry. They're just being mean. Don't do, you know, you're doing like, no, yeah, you're how Hulky would say, you're trash, son. But you can get better. But you can get better, sir.
I'm scared I'm gonna be a bad dad. Because I'm gonna have my son roasting all these other kids. I'm like, yeah, look, son, you can't dribble a ball. That's true. But not Jimmy. I gotta use another name. Right? Johnny over here. He got one leg shorter than the other. Have you seen his crossover?
Right?
It's horrible.
He limps over this one way. You know he's going that way. His left leg is stronger than his right leg, so just stay on that right side. You know what I mean?
Yes,
you got him.
So
dribbling in a circle.
Yeah, fuck that fool. Just play.
No, that's how I would be though.
Yeah,
I'm worried. I'm worried for my son's future.
Right?
Can I display all those tips real quick, Jimmy?
Yeah.
I want to talk my shit.
Go for it.
I want to release a fucking abundance of confidence.
Go for it.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
I would like to say to anybody that looks at me any type of way, I am good at this shit, and I'm not even fully invested. And I have evidence to support all of this. It's not anxiety. This is me. I started streaming 3 years ago with nothing but a long ass fucking card table. You know the table you fold the card, you play cards on, that you put at the picnics and shit. Busted up ass laptop and a fucking PlayStation. And here we are today. I say this. I have so much confidence in what the fuck I can do because of what I've been through. In the midst of me streaming for 3 years, I've not only streamed, I've learned how to edit videos. I learned how to do voiceovers. I've learned how to make skits. I've engaged on all social medias that I wasn't comfortable with. I've actually stopped being an old motherfucker and started saying, "Oh man, TikTok is for kids," and now I'm on that motherfucker. I've started being on Twitter. I've created a business within all of this. I've had a kid during all of this shit. So I have done all these things while maintaining a stable relationship that I've been with since I've been 19. I am currently 30 years old while balancing all this shit while taking care of my sick mother. So I have the confidence to know that I can talk my shit and still do this. What the fuck are you doing?
Boom. Yeah, they coming out for podcasts, y'all. I'm just
No
What
lie,
are you doing?
I wanted
I don't know
to
shit
Damn.
about
Marco.
fucking business. I don't know nothing about business. I just learned this shit last year, and I already have a somewhat successful t-shirt business, yo.
Yep.
I say somewhat
right.
because I haven't made money off the shit yet. All the money I've been making has been going back into the shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
look
how
at it
business
as
work.
that's how I'm looking at it, as like when I start
Yep.
putting that shit in my pocket. Oh, yeah, it's a different level. But everything that I've been making from this brand has been going back into the shit. And I'm like, bro, I'm not even at my full potential of this shit yet. But I will never take anything that if a platform drops off the face of the earth tomorrow, I am still confident and good knowing that no matter what the fuck I do, I can still start from the mud up and still make
Facts.
things happen. Just now, I got fucking perks. I got better perks now. Where before I had a fucking folding table and a laptop. Now I got 4 monitors. My fucking Thanos gauntlet of games is about to be completed. I have a fucking 2 PCs, a fucking Xbox Series S, and now I'm about to have a PS5 tomorrow. Like, all I need now is a VR chat, and I got all the fucking rings, like all the stones, bro. I'm about to fucking snap my fingers on motherfuckers. But I say all this shit to say it's possible. It can be done. And I've done this shit. And I was born in the fucking projects, the slums, poor as fuck, always on fucking welfare, always getting food stamps, which I still need. So if anybody got food stamps, holla at your boy. But I've been through the slums. I've stayed in all these hoods. I've stayed in places where my father he wasn't allowed to be in the house with us because if he's there, then we would no longer get the benefits from the government. So I've been through all this shit. And I've been chasing dreams of breaking all them cycles. So I'll never have to go through that shit again. My kids will never even understand what the fuck that shit is. And I'm willfully taking on another task with all of this shit. I'm going to start homeschooling my children because I have things that I want to teach my kids that I don't feel public school is doing right by my children. That's something I'm willfully wanting to do. I'm not forced to do it. I want to do this shit because that's something else that I always talk amongst my friends. Damn, when I was younger, I wish I would have taught me this, bro. I wish they would have taught us this, bro. Never had that happen. And I know now with having my own children, kids are like sponges, bro. We can teach them so many things at a young age that we as adults can't even process. Like learning a new language now for us is probably a lot harder than it is when you're fucking 5, 6, 7, or 8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I know that now. And it's like, I'm gonna fucking do that shit, yo. Like, I want to do that. I want to do something different. And I've heard people say, oh, well, you're taking away their social life. No. Back in my days, yes, because
That's all there was.
going outside.
Mhm,
That's how it was for us.
mhm.
Now these kids, all they know is computers and shit. It is sad. It's unfortunate. I don't want it like that, but I have to adapt with the time. What does that mean? I have to stop being a parent. My kids will still have a social life. They still can go outside and play with their friends. They're still going on field trips. They can still connect with each other over video games online. It's nothing really changes. It's just I'm more in control of that now. And I have the confidence to know I can fucking do that shit while still
doing everything else. Yeah, doing everything else.
like,
hey, talk that shit, dog. Yeah, man.
Standing on it, bro. And it comes, and I didn't have this confidence before streaming.
Yep. Isn't that crazy?
Therapy amongst this shit. Yeah,
isn't that crazy?
Shit. I went to fucking therapy. I thought therapy as a black man. It's a stigma in our community that if you go to therapy, you're fucking crazy. Something's wrong with you. They used to tell us that when we was younger. You need help, boy. Oh, you going to a shrink? Something, you're crazy. No, I've been through the therapy. That's why that boosted more of my confidence, knowing these thoughts in my head.
Me too.
Are not fucking true. They're not true, bro. And then you hear it from your friends like Hulky, Jimmy. When y'all tell me these things about myself, I really take your compliments and I cherish them shits because we live in a world where people don't have to give you compliments. People don't want to be dick riders. People want to seem like they're tough. So when you have grown men telling you things about yourself, I hold that shit dear. And it's like, bro, that tells me right there, that one compliment shits on 20 negative things about me. Because at the end of the day, I know that one person fucks with me and they respect me.
Yep.
So why the fuck should I care about what them other 20 people say?
Yep. Well
They
said.
talk about it.
So like, I love this streaming shit and I won't stop, but I'm willfully taking on more shit. And I just displayed everything that Jimmy said in that whole segment.
Perfect.
I love you, brother.
No,
That
man,
was
that's exactly what we're all pretty much been talking about for like almost the last hour. Is that all the different things that we've accomplished in our life and dealing with, but adding this little, adding this content creation thing to our little small part of our continuing life and journey has made us better. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Even if we don't pursue this and make it a business, I know I'm a better person because of me doing this and meeting people, guys like y'all. Like, I feel like I fulfilled my time on here and with as far as like learning and being more open, failing and learning something new. Like, yeah, I came in with an IT background, so I had a lot of little things, but my speech wasn't great. My vocabulary, like, yeah, I've always been the funny guy, but like learning how to time management, talk to different people, play different games, willing to suck on like on live.
Wait, what?
You know what? Right? Pause. And so, but yeah, like it's crazy how all these little things has correlated to our lives. It's so crazy. And that's exactly what I want. I wanted to have this sit down with you guys so people could hear like, hey man, us doing this is therapy for us to help us out there. Even though we're pursuing this in our own different ways, I hope I could, Reef's like, oh, Jimmy's had a podcast way back then and now he's doing it. Like, that's what I wanted. Like, me is I'm building myself to hopefully potentially get there eventually. But all these stepping stones and meeting the right people and failing and learning, but being confident enough to keep doing it is the thing that a lot of people like. Oh man, ain't nobody watching no more. I go live, nobody likes it. And then you lose your confidence and you lose your motivation. But if anything, I've seen you guys, all of us have been pretty consistent. Like, other than like a stream here or there, we got stuff going on. Like, hey man, Hulky hasn't streamed for like a month. Where is he at? And I just feel like when people do that kind of stuff is for different reasons. But I myself, and we've talked about this, like I never get burnt out because I enjoy doing this. And if I feel like I'm getting burnt out, I don't let myself get burnt out. Because I never want to, and I have no, not bashing anybody when people are like, I need to take a break. Yeah. I need to do this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't have to announce that. I feel like I could do that myself.
Yeah.
And take care of myself without telling everybody, hey, I'm burning out. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like I could reach out to people and be like, hey man, I'm feeling this way. Hey Hulk, my wife's on my ass. I got to do this with the kids. I'm trying to stream. Hey man, whatever you're thinking you're doing, you need to take a break and maybe just pull back a little bit and focus. You know what I mean? Because I could relate to you guys. You could relate to me. So if I reach out to you guys, how Reef said, if you guys give me a compliment, I'm holding that because I generally know that you're saying it for a reason. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And
so like,
understand.
And you understand.
Bland comment.
Yep.
Like, you understand what I'm going through, bro.
Yeah, because anybody could
more sincere.
Exactly. Anybody could tell. Well, you're all right. You could do it. You know. You get people from the stands, and I appreciate the stands. But that person next to you in the same game, telling you
they understand.
Differently. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's about that iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. People don't even like you. Just give you compliments just to get underneath your blessings of fucking. Do whatever agenda they have. Yeah, man, you're good, man. It's like, good now.
Yeah.
You're good.
Right.
Yeah. You're good.
And it's also one of those type of situations. I used to work with the rescue squad. It's when you go to a scene, you'll see people around. Let's say somebody's there having a seizure. I've seen quite a few. And it's always somebody in the back trying to give advice about something they don't really know. Like, they mean well.
Yeah, but don't say,
fam, I'm not standing this person up. They need to collect themselves on the ground, put them in the recovery position. Like, it's stuff like that you have to take with a grain of salt. You have to know the difference. And like, when somebody's just saying something to be nice, but that's not what you need.
Yep.
You have to talk to somebody who has been where you've been or is where you are so they can meet you on that level and actually give you the help that you need.
Well
You
said.
need that. That's what I'm saying about the iron sharpens iron.
Mhm.
Like I love always being able to come back and talk to you guys. I wish we would do this podcast thing more because I feel like, dude, we're just there. I feel like every time we talk, it's like we just mash so well together,
Mhm.
and like it just this seems effortless.
And you
I
want
know.
it
it does.
more boosted too. It's like a fucking
Facts.
like jumper cables, bro. Like
Yeah.
boom.
I know.
You know
I
what
love
I'm
having these
saying?
conversations.
Jimmy hit me up, bro.
Boom.
Like, when I see that text from Jimmy, like podcast, yeah, bro, when?
Yeah.
Give me a time,
Yeah.
bro.
He's like, yeah. I don't even care what it is about. I don't even care what it is about.
Sunday. She said, "Let me guess, with Jimmy." I said, "Yep." She's like, all right.
I appreciate that, man, and that's cool too because we all take each other's time seriously too. That's another
For
thing.
sure.
You know what I mean? Like, we're all taking time away from our families. It's a damn Sunday,
Mhm.
you know, but we
Yeah.
want to be in here and talk and help somebody who might be listening and help ourselves too. You know, like hearing you guys, like that whole reading thing. Hulky, I used to be
Oh yeah.
like, but my reading was not as bad, but my spelling was terrible. So I was always like failing and like, man, like my parents were working all the time. They didn't have time for me to help spell words with me. You know, they were working all the time. They just made sure I went to school and did, but like little things like that, I wasn't confident in spelling. Like, oh, Jimmy, do the spelling bee. Fuck no.
Yeah.
I can't spell
No.
couch. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Yeah.
hearing you say that,
Does it have an E or does it not have an E?
right? But
Like,
you,
how
but
that-
you,
yeah.
but you saying that, opening up
Yeah.
and telling people about it, like, hey, man, I struggled with this. And look at me, I am doing okay. I'm building off of this. It's okay
For sure.
not to be good at something, but recognizing that, hey, I need to work on myself, or maybe, you know, this is not going my way, but just looking at yourself and being confident enough to where, like, I can get through this. 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 You know what I mean? Damn, this was a good
Yeah.
podcast, man. I
It's so
appreciate
good, bro.
man.
This was
Man,
so good.
I appreciate you guys' time, man. I really
you,
do. And
bro.
I appreciate you guys' friendships and it. Yeah, man. And we keep continuing to build our friendships and learning from each other. And thank you guys for your time, man. This was great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey,
Jimmy.
you know,
And thank
Hulky,
you
it-
too, Reef.
Yeah, man. I'll talk to you
yeah.
guys off stream about something maybe more regular. We can try to get,
Yeah.
and we could do this
Yeah.
live, and you know, we'll do it more regular. I think by you just saying that and saying that, hey, we should do it more often, and like it's so effortless for us to talk.
It's effortless. Yeah.
I think it's something
I'm with it.
it's something we could all do together, man. I appreciate your guys' time, man.
I appreciate
Appreciate
you
y'all,
too, brother.
man.
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up for so the people, so you can do your thing. And
Hey, man, yeah, this
Just
is
let
it,
them
man. Just make sure you
So we
guys
can
go
talk.
check out the Reef Effect on all the platforms. You know what I'm saying?
the Reef.
HulkiBoi on all the platforms. You know what I mean? We ain't just streamers, guys. We ain't just playing video games. We're genuinely creating content for you guys, man. I hope you guys enjoy what we got going on. If you don't like
right.
me, you guys hurting me, hey, appreciate you guys listening, or maybe you'll check me out. Same thing with Reef and Hulky. We'll catch you guys around, man. Peace out, homies. Y'all take care.
Much love.
Peace out. Peace out.